So, I'm going to hand over to our team, Science of the Senses, with their presentation on all 5 and no more senses. Expect to see some fantastic things, but absolutely no dead people. It's Science of the Senses!
Okay then, today we are going to be doing the sense of touch. Now, as you can see behind me, this happens with the neurons. This happens when they go to depolarization and hyperpolarization. Then it goes down to the culture channels and sodium channels and the blah 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 blah.
Okay, this is so boring.
Okay then, let's do it this way. You two, down here. Okay then, you two are going to be neurons.
What's that?
Nerve cells.
Okay. Can you also tell us why exactly we're doing any of this?
Very simple. Because I have found it like so boring. Down. Down. And up.
Okay.
And I want you down this side. Okay, you are going to be a source of pain. Let's say a lit match. Okay, so we have our source of pain. We have our 2 neurons in the skin, nerve cells. And of course we have the brain, me. So, let's begin. First of all, the heat, in this case the match, moves towards the neurons in the skin. The heat excites these neurons, and the closer the heat gets, the more they get excited. Once this gets too much, the neurons send electrical impulses up to the brain. The brain processes this and sends new electrical impulses back down to the muscle, where it contracts, pushes the flame away, leaving the body back safely, and the neurons return back to rest. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Almost.
Nearly. Okay, let's try something a little different. Gabriel, why don't you explain that homework on hearing that you so lovely did?
Well, you see, sir, what I did was, I got the home, which you said last week,
Get
I
on
don't
with it.
eat. I think I can remember it now, alright? So, you get over there. You two are objects. When objects collide, they make sound. They form sound waves, which pass through the air. Through the ear hole, they then hit the ear drum, which makes vibrations caused through the ear bones, which then send the electrical information up to the brain, somewhere up there, which processes the information and acts accordingly. Is that good enough?
You passed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Moving on. Let's see. Dan, why don't you do how we see things? Sight, especially the way light enters the eye.
Okay. You want to come here, and you can be the eye. Gabriel, come over this side. Come down here. Oh, actually, you can be the lens of the eye, like so. Now, you two, do you see that big bright light there?
Kind of.
My mom always told me never to look at bright lights, it could blind you.
Yeah, don't look at it. So, basically, this light will emit, this bulb will emit light in all directions, or emit light rays, which are you two. Some of these light rays will head towards the eye. Now, Now, as they pass through the lens of the eye, they'll bend and start to come to a point at the back of the eye called the retina. Now, when light hits the retina sends information along the optic nerve up to a brain, which then processes the information and produces an image of the world around us. What do you think?
Pretty good, actually. Well done. Okay, let's see now. Isla, why don't you do smell? Ahem.
Okay, so you come over here and you to a nostril. And Gabriel, you're the scent. So you go through the nostril and through all the gooey snot.
Science name, please, Isla.
Mucus.
Much better.
Then you travel up the nostril toward the receptor. The receptor is the only thing inside the nostril which can sense it from the inside. And the scent goes to the receptor, which activates the neuron, which sends it to the brain. Each different scent has its own receptor, which activates its own neuron and sends it to the brain. Hello?
Are we done yet?
'Cause by now, we should.
Not quite yet. We still have one more sense left to do. My personal favourite, taste. Okay then, so the way taste works is obviously using our tongues, and our tongue can taste 4 different flavours. Ella, did you bring the stuff?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Hurry up, the teacher's looking at you funny.
Brilliant. Okay, so as I said, 4 different flavours found on 4 different parts of the tongue. So, Dan, you come here. The first flavour. Yep. Bitter. And found at the back of the tongue. Gabriel, what's next?
Sour,
Yes.
which is found right near the back in front of bitter.
In front of sour, we have salty, which is just in front of sour.
And then finally, at the front of the tongue, we have sweet.
Now, you've all probably heard of these 4 different flavours in these 4 different areas. What you may not know is that actually these 4 flavours can be found in various parts of the tongue. For example, sour can be found in front of sweet. Sweet can be found next to bitter, bitter can be found next to salty, salty found at the back, sweet can be found at the front. This can happen here, that can happen there, and I think you get the picture. Take that, please. Okay, so how exactly do we taste? This is to do with our taste buds, the bumpy bits you get on your tongue.
Bop,
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 bop, bop, bop, bop.
Okay, that's enough, that's enough.
Sure. May I just let you know, that was the most fun we've had all year, and it's not a compliment.
Okay. So, we know that it's through the taste buds. And each of these taste buds, again, has neurons in them. When food comes into contact with these taste buds, they start to get excited and send electrical impulses up to the brain.
Out the way! Knew that!
Well done, everyone. I'm actually surprised when you pressed you got it all. Anyway, by the look of it, I think that's all the stuff that we have time for today. It is definitely all the time we have for today. So remember, we'll go through all the stuff tomorrow. We'll go through all of it again, a bit more detail.
Yeah.
Should do.
If we don't do more stuff like this, you can't guarantee me being back here.
That was so weird.
Yeah, I doubt you'll see me tomorrow.
Oh, and don't forget the homework that I did not hand out.